I don't know who needs to hear this, but just know God is very intentional. And if you think he doesn't hear your concerns, if you think he doesn't hear your worries, if you think he doesn't hear your cries or your conversations, your frustrations, and see everything, hear everything, feel everything, I just want to let you know that's a lie. And I say that because, of course, I'm always talking from experience. I felt the need to talk about this specific topic for a while now, but I just never did. And I feel like I had one of the most fulfilling moments that was like, okay, yes, let's talk about this. So once again, God is very intentional, and if you feel like God doesn't hear you, he does. I was Ubering, right? Ubering just to make a little extra money. I just had paid some bills. I was like, oh, okay, I could use this money from Uber to get the food, because I was staying at someone's place, and I didn't have all my stuff that I needed to, even if I was going to cook or whatever. So I'm done Ubering, and I'm trying to contemplate, do I want to eat Kava or do I want to eat Chipotle? Like, I really don't want Chipotle, so I'm pricing everything out, trying to decide, okay, am I going to go with Kava or am I going to go with Chipotle? They both was about the same, give or take, depending on what I added. So I ended up driving back towards where I was staying at that day, and Kava was literally on the way. So I'm like, okay, that's confirmation that I definitely should go to Kava. So I ended up going to Kava, right? Sat in Kava's parking lot for a good minute, waiting for the money to come through so I can be able to buy the food that I need, right? The money doesn't come through, so I'm like, okay, should I just go to Chipotle? I'm like, no, I'm already here at Kava. Now I'm sitting here thinking, should I get the kids' meal or should I get the regular proportion size? Stay with me. I go inside Kava. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just get a kids' meal. And then something told me, no, get the regular size proportion. So I said, scratch that, excuse me, I just want the regular size. Mind you, she still gave me the bigger portion of the pita bread that goes with the kids' meal versus the regular size proportion. She ended up giving me both. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, she's showing love, and plus she's about to close. Mind you, it's literally closing time. And I hurried up and rushed in because I was waiting on the money, didn't come through. So the guy, he does all my toppings and he add everything on that I wanted on. I get to the register ready to pay, and he end up saying, hey, telling me my total. I'm like, okay, can we pay with 2 card payments? And he asked the lady that was standing beside him, and she was like, no, unfortunately, we only can pay with cash and card, not 2 cards. So I'm thinking, like, what? Like, you serious? I'm like, what place doesn't do 2 payments? I say this out loud. I didn't say that specifically. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I can't pay with both. Not even 5 minutes later, I ended up getting the food for free, and they said, hey, it's on the house, just leave us a good review. If you knew, before I went inside of Kava, I did not know what I was going to eat tonight. I thought I was going to have to survive off of snacks again. But not only that, I was really contemplating, what size proportion should I get? Will I even have enough? Etc. Like, I was sitting in my car for at least 20 minutes. And I go inside and y'all give me the food for free? You can't tell me God is not intentional. And you can't tell me that worrying is a wasted thought. It's a waste of energy. And I say that because God will literally utilize the people around you to bless you. And sometimes I don't even think we notice that, or we even take heed to that. God used those 2 individuals. Mind you, I went to this Kava before, and the guy, he gave me a couple of free falafels. Like, he hooked me up. Second time I go, I get blessed again. God will use the people around you to bless you. All you have to do is just be in receiving mode. And that just showed me how intentional God is. He heard my cries. He heard my concerns. He heard my worries on whether or not I was even going to be able to eat that night. But instead of, me not eating, I was blessed to receive a free meal. So that money that I was waiting on from Uber, I now get to keep that for free and utilize it for something else. And that just showed me that not that only God is intentional, but that there's still good people out here that exist. And not only that, if you be a good individual and you show love and do a good deed, good deeds always come back to you, whether it's big or small. I give out so much without even realizing it, because I'm like, oh, it's gonna come back to me. And not only that, that same week, this was like Saturday, I think. Yeah, that same week, Friday, this random girl just came up to me and asked me to buy her something. I thought it was very weird. I was thinking it was sex trafficking or something, because how it happened and the body language that was happening. And I was like, dang, I just made that money with Uber and now I have to help someone. I didn't mind it. I'm like, okay, maybe she really needed it. I was very weirded out, but I still helped her. So it's like, you see how that blessing came back to me? So if you can help someone, or if you can be a helping hand in someone's life, whether it's big or small, do so, because that blessing will always come back to you when you really need it. So if you don't take nothing from this message, I just want you to know that God hears you. God hears your worries, your concerns, your doubts, your stress. He feels it, he sees it. And not only that, worrying is a wasted thought. Worrying is a wasted energy. Just be in receiving mode and God will handle the rest. Be in receiving mode and God will handle the rest. You may not know how he'll handle it, but like I said, he will place people around you to bless you